and welcome to your free yes or no question reading. If you're new here, you still have time to go ahead and subscribe to the channel because this is my special gift to all of my beautiful subscribers of the channel, where I will answer your dying yes or no question live. The way it works is quite simple. Put hashtag Q in the chat with your dying yes or no question. It must be a yes or no question. I can't emphasize it enough. It must be yes or no. If it's not a yes or no question, it will not be answered. If you have a question you absolutely need answered, like it's an emergency, I need this question answered, Mika. Please, please, please answer this question. You're in luck because I will go ahead and have you be a part of my VIP priority list. You will have an opportunity to ask your question. Hold on a second, y'all. You will have an opportunity to ask your question once you submit a payment of $10. Once you submit a payment of $10, your question will be answered on the live stream. If you are not a subscriber, as you can see, you will not be able to put your question into the chat. So you must be a subscriber to be able to ask your question. And it is free. It is free. I will pick the question that I feel drawn to. So this is for anybody that has questions. Keep the questions coming. So hashtag Q with your questions. You may want to copy and paste it because I will not scroll up. But if you do pay the $10, you will get an automatic question answered. All right. We're going to be on this live stream for a little while. Not too long, but for a little while. But I recommend that you stick around to hear your question. All right. So again, the rules are quite simple. Hashtag Q in the chat with your question. Once you do that, I will answer questions live. I'm giving everybody a chance to come in and ask their question. If you submit a payment or a super chat, do know, do know that it must be a yes or no question. Okay. So do not ask questions that are not yes and no questions. Okay. If you send a super chat. Also, my Soul Tribe members, you're in luck. If you are a member of the channel, you will get to ask any question for absolutely free. If you are a member of the channel, you will get to ask your question absolutely free. All you got to do is just follow the rules, hashtag Q. If you remember your name, obviously it'll be in green with a little crown next to it. All right, we're going to first start off things with Cassandra because she submitted a donation of $19.99. All right, Cassandra, I got you, boo. Whatever I'm drawn to read. All right, let's see. What do you need to know? Even though I'm not doing personal readings, I'll go ahead and answer this for Cassandra real quick. Next time, Cassandra, when I do yes and no categories, it must be yes or no, boo, okay? But since you did 20, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. What does Cassandra 1414 need to know right now? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hangman. Well, I think you have a lot of good things about to come into your life. A lot of good things. And I think you may get tired of putting in the work, trying to see good things happen in your life. Don't worry. Things are about to turn out in your favor. What are these good things? If you're looking for an opportunity to present itself like in love or career, I'm getting something devastating happened to you recently that you're getting over. And you may feel like, oh my gosh, when am I going to be able to move on from this and see my life turn around for the better? When will opportunities present itself or whatever that means? Things are going to work out for you. I think you just have to let fear stop stepping in your way. You have good karma on your side for sure. Yeah. With the Knight of Pentacles, um, it's as a result of you taking the high road in a particular situation, and spirit is saying continue to stay on that path. Just make sure you move very cautiously. Move very cautiously and don't allow yourself to settle for less than you deserve, because again, you have a lot of good karma on your side and you don't want to disrupt it or let it get in the way of great opportunities, okay? I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense, Cassandra? You've been through something very difficult recently, and you may feel like, when are things going to start turning around? Things are definitely going to start turning around. Yay. So stay optimistically, have those boundaries up. You'll do fine. She said it does resonate. Yay. All right, let's get to it, y'all. I'm going to scroll back up for our Soul Tribe members. I have a few members jumping on. The first one we have is Keisha. Keisha, are you still here? Hey, look, Capucci. Hey, hey. Keisha, are you still here for your question? You have to be on the live to get your question answered. Are you still here? All right, Keisha. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Will Keisha move out of Texas, Spirit? Will Keisha move out of Texas? Maybe. I think you need to think about the pros and cons. Spirit is saying be very strategic and very logical about this decision. Because if you move impulsively and you don't have a solid plan or something that makes practical sense, it can definitely set you up for failure. But if you have a practical plan and you have things that actually work out for your benefit, meaning better income, better lifestyle, do it. But if not, don't rush it. Yeah. Yeah, don't rush it. I think there's something very significant about you maybe want to move for personal reasons, maybe because you're being triggered by some things or circumstances you went through in Texas. And Spirit is saying don't move for that reason. Make sure you move because it makes financial sense. You're welcome. All right. Next Soul Tribe member with the question is Janae. Hey Janae, how you doing? Keisha says yes, that was spot on. Yay. Okay, I think Janae's still coming up with her question. We'll do Local Poochie next. Locapucci wants to know, and by the way, I'm not time stamping these guys, so please stay on the live for your reading. Please stay on the live for your reading. Make sure you put hashtag Q in the chat. Locapucci wants to know, are you getting back with your ex again? All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Locapucci's ex. Will she get back with her ex again? We have the Five of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. The answer is no. If you do, it's going to you guys end up breaking up soon after because you guys just can't get along. You guys just can't get along. And I think there's also like a grudge you're holding. I think you're very angry at this person and you expect if you do let them come back that they change. And this is someone who's not changing. So be careful. Let me know if it resonates, Locapucci. Good luck to you. No Capucci says, yuppers. All right. Paul Andrea, hello, hello. Let's go ahead and answer your question. Paul Andrea wants to know, you have a feeling that one of your close friends who also works with you feels some kind of jealousy towards you. She is 20 years older than me. Okay. So is this close friend who also works with Paul Andrea, is this person jealous of her? We have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think she's very jealous of the fact that you're someone who is very loving, very kind, very sweet, very lovable. You may have a lot of people around you, Paul Andrea, that kind of cling on to you for that nurturing, kind, loving energy. And that intimidates her and makes her feel very unstable. I'm also getting you with Paul Andrea that you may also be very intuitive. You may have something going on in your energy that makes you very gifted because you just kind of know a lot of things before they happen, or you've picked up on a lot of things, Paul Andrea, about things, and whoever this close friend of yours is kind of jealous a little bit about that. Yeah. All right. Let me know if it resonates. Remember, guys, we're doing $10 VIP questions. Those are guaranteed reading questions. If you're a member of the channel, you get to ask a question for absolutely free. If you don't send a $10 super chat, I'm going to pick a question that I feel most drawn to. So let's pick a question. Make sure you guys keep having the questions come into the chat. I'm not going to scroll up. So just have them keep rolling. All right. The next person I'm going to pick is Electric Electra Milk. Electra Milk wants to know, will me and Keith be together? Okay. All right, Spirit, tell me about Electra Milk. Will her and Keith be together? You guys, only yes or no questions in the chat. Only yes or no questions in the chat. Do not ask for personal reading questions or it will not get answered. Yes or no questions in the chat, even the super chat, y'all. Come on now. Mods, please help me out with that. Please let them know. Yes or no questions in the chat only. Only yes or no questions. Only yes or no questions. All right, Electra Milk wants to know, will you and Keith be together? The answer is yes, if you're willing to continue to support, nurture, invest, and give to this relationship. This feels like a very one-sided relationship, Electra Milk. So I warn you, be careful with Keith. I think you wanted more than he does. He seems very inconsistent and it's going to trigger you. And it's going to end up feeling almost like this is somebody that's taking advantage of you. Yeah, it's going to make you stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, and make you feel like you have to keep pouring into him and supporting him when that's not the case. All right, Ruby, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question because you are a Soul Tribe member. But for everybody else, y'all, please, no more personal reading questions, only yes or no questions. All right, Ruby, you want to know, how does RJ feel about you right now? Spirit, how does RJ feel about Ruby right now in this moment? We have the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, the Judgment in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. and the King of Wands. Okay. So I think there's a lot of passion that he has for you, and he feels like he has probably made a really bad decision because you come across very guarded and very protective in your energy. And that's triggering him to make him really think long and hard about his decision. I think what he really feels mostly upset about is that he didn't rise up to the occasion when he had a chance and just nurture your love. I think you were very kind, very empathetic, very sweet. And he knows that he breadcrumbed his way while you were giving way more in the relationship. So, yeah, he wants to come in very charming, very loving, but will it last? The answer is probably not. Okay. At some point, he'll probably be triggered, upset, angry. He's very unstable. And he's also someone that I feel like is very inconsistent. Let me know, Ruby, if that makes sense for you. Thank you so much for your 2 donations. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, like I said. I was gonna go ahead and answer it anyway because you are a member, but thank you. So, yeah, be careful with that one. I think you know what I mean about the inconsistent stuff. Does it resonate? It does? You say, "Yes, thank you." Okay. Alright, awesome. Alright, we're gonna keep this train rolling. Remember, we are answering yes or no questions live today on this live stream. You must be subscribed to the channel to have your question pop up into the chat. If you're new here, no worries. Give yourself 10 minutes for the system to recognize you as a new subscriber. And if you are eager to get your question answered live by your favorite tarot reader, it's a $10 super chat, yes or no question only. Do not send me a personal reading question, okay? And also, I am selecting people at random. All right. So the questions are free. They are free, but I will only pick people I'm drawn to. So there's no guarantee you will be picked. All right. The next person is Pisces. Pisces. Pisces want to know, will her person get their karma for what they did to her or him? Are you a her or a him, Pisces? I can't remember. All right, Pisces want to know, will that person get their karma for what they did to Pisces? Pisces, I'm answering your question now. Pisces, Pisces, do you hear me? Pisces, hello, stop asking. Pisces, stop asking the question. Pisces, hello, are you there? Hello, Pisces, hello. Pisces, can you hear me? Pisces just putting the question in the chat and not listening. Pisces, hello, can you hear me? Okay, all right. Here's your answer to your question. Will Pisces person get their karma for what they did to Pisces? You're a him. Okay, I kind of figured you weren't listening. Most men don't listen. They do selective hearing. All right, that's why I said her or him. I was like, I think Pisces is a him. All right, we have the Hierophant and the Six of Swords in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Empress in reverse and the Seven of Swords. You know, they're going to definitely be thinking about what they did to you. That's definitely a part of it. But also, I can tell that they're going to have some regrets for walking away from a very good connection, according to them. I think they took advantage of it while they could, but they thought you would always be there. So they're going to think a lot about the commitment or the type of relationship dynamic that you really wanted, that 10 of Pentacles, and they're going to consider it a little bit too late. So, yes, that will be their karma right there. All right, we have Bria. Hey, Bria. Bria's in the building with a $10 donation to the channel, and she wants to know, dreams of guy friend from the past. You haven't talked in years. If he decides to reach out one day, can he find your info to contact you. All right. So you've been having dreams of this guy friend from your past. So can this guy friend that Bria is thinking about contact her if he really wanted to? We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. Um, the answer is yes when he wants to right now. And I think you would agree he's very wishy-washy. So to be honest with you, Bria, are you here, Bria, by the way? Are you here? Okay, you are here. All right. He's very wishy-washy. And so don't hold your breath. He can contact you if he really wants to. He's not in the space to want to right now because right now he's focusing on himself and healing after some type of disappointment. His energy seems very low vibrational, very sad, very depressed. So the time he may reach out is like when he just has the motivation to do so. I tell ladies all the time, especially my female clients, if a man really wants you, they'll find a way. There's no such thing as a man that can't find you. They know how to find you. They know how to find you. Okay. We got Facebook, we got social media, we got friends of a friend. There's so many different ways. It's just a matter of if they want to, they will. Especially a man. That's in a man's nature. All right. I hope that helps, Bria. Let me know if it resonates. She said, that's all I wanted to know because in my dreams, it's exactly what you're saying. Perfect. So you might have a spiritual gift then. We might be talking the same language then. That's awesome. Yeah, he may be pulling on your energy a little bit. Nah, shake it off, shake it off. Good luck to you, boo. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Okay, we're going to pick someone else. Keep those questions coming, you guys. Don't just drop a question and just sit there. Keep the questions coming. The next person we have is Sharaz. Sharaz04. You want to know, will you do well on your initial certification test? All right. Congratulations on your certification, on working towards your certification. So let's see if you're going to do well on your initial certification test. Sharaz, Spirit, will Sharaz do well on her initial certification test? We have the Tower in the reverse and the Fool. I think you will. I think you will. I think you'll do well. Just make sure that you're preparing for it. Make sure that you feel confident about it. I think you are going to do well. And even if you don't necessarily pass the first time, I feel like you eventually will. Will she pass first time? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It may not, I'm getting, it's a possibility you may not pass, but if you don't, keep going because you will eventually pass. But that's why I say make sure you prepare for it because if you don't prepare and really study hard for this or really feel prepared for it, you won't pass the first time. But if you really start honing in right now, yes, you will pass. All right. Good luck to you, boo. Rashida. Rashida, are you here? Rashida. Rashida wants to know, hi, Mika. I have an opportunity to take a 9 to 5 in your niche or start working on building your business again and invest in yourself. You're not sure which way to go. The past 5 years of investing was a fail. All right. So, what is your yes or no question, Rashida? Give me a yes or no. You're welcome. Shahraz, you're very welcome. Rashida, I need a yes or no question, love. Rashida, you paid your $9.99, boo. I need a yes or no question. All right, Rashida, I'm gonna come back to you. I don't know where you are, and I can't answer that without a yes or no. So we'll come back to you because you kind of holding up the chat. Okay, you want to know should you take the 9 to 5? Okay, I got you now. You didn't have to pay again, boo. You could have just put it in the chat. But let's see. Should you take the 9 to 5 opportunity? Spirit, should Rashida take the 9 to 5 opportunity in her niche? We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Swords. Um, I don't know what's going on with your energy, but it feels like people are having a really hard time working very well with you. I don't know if it's because you're hyper independent, Rashida, or you're just kind of like have this aura about you. People just may find you to be a little difficult. So, my advice is yes, work the 9 to 5, but you're going to have to be a big team player, or it's going to create a lot of tension and it's going to kind of probably sabotage the opportunity. People may deem you as being difficult to work with. And I don't know why that's coming through, but that's what's coming through. All right. Whatever that means. Yeah. 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 Disaster. Be careful. Okay. So really work on your people skills, your maybe I don't communication skills, teamwork skills. You can't do everything on your own. You're going to have to be cooperative with others. I think you're just a natural leader, though. I'm getting that. I think you have leadership qualities, and you may sometimes come across a bit like, I don't need y'all, leave me alone. Does that make sense, Rashida? And then people get rubbed the wrong way. So, yeah, you may have to lean a little bit into being that team player. All right. Good luck to you, boo. I hope that helps give you some ideas. If that's something you're not interested in with that 9 to 5 particular opportunity, you may want to consider something else. Are you still there, Rashida? Did you hear the message, boo? All right, you say yes, it makes sense. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad it resonates with you. Yeah. So it's just a little bit you got to think about there to see if it's going to be a good fit for you. But that's will be the expectation. And that can be the challenges to consider. All right, we're moving forward with Callie. Callie. Callie, are you here? Callie here. Callie, are you here? After Callie, we'll do a freebie. So keep those questions coming, guys. Callie. Yay. Callie's here. Callie wants to know, will your ex come back? You guys just broke up 2 weeks ago. Oh, so it's still fresh. It's still fresh. So let's see. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Callie's person, her ex, or his ex. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, Callie. I'm assuming you're a girl because of the name Callie. Will the ex come back to Callie, Spirit? We have the Four of Cups and the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The answer is no. I think they're in their feelings. They feel betrayed and they just don't want to be bothered with you right now. Yeah, they're avoiding taking accountability, responsibility, or discussing the situation. Yeah, they are they don't really want to deal with this. This is someone who I feel like is very much like an avoidant attachment style. If you're not very familiar with that, these are people who will come into relationships and kind of like avoid getting too close, but I'm also getting like heavy, I don't want to face the issues. And people don't realize this, but in relationships, you've got to face the music. You guys have to really, truly be willing to know how to communicate when things go bad between you two. And this person doesn't want to deal with that. Does that make sense, Callie? Let me know if that resonates. And by the way, your person feels like you're being selfish, by the way. So they're putting the blame on you. All right. I do got the King and Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys have a very strong soul contract connection. But there's something about investment. I feel like you are someone that is refusing to keep giving, and this one is refusing to give to you. And so I don't know what that means, but that's what I have. Maybe you guys are earth signs or somebody's an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. All right, I'm going to pick a freebie real quick. And then after the freebie, we are going to go to Siani. Siani. So hold tight, Siani. I'm going to do a freebie real quick. All right, let me do Kelly. Kelly Chesley 3011. Does your workplace, let's see, hold on a second. I lost it. Okay. Does your workplace recognize your hard work? All right, let's see. Does Kelly's workplace recognize her hard work, Spirit? Ace of Wands, Five of Swords in reverse. Yes. They feel like you try your best to keep the peace. They recognize it and they like that. They appreciate that about you, that you try to be conflict resolution or you try to keep a very peaceful workplace. They appreciate that. Does that make sense, Kelly Chesley? They also see you as being very passionate about what you do, by the way. Conflict resolution is key. You're a conflict resolution girly. So does that make sense, Kelly? Kelly, you were picked. She said, yes, thank you very much. You're very welcome. There we go. All right. Just want to make sure, y'all, I'm hitting it out the park. I'm usually on it now. I'm usually really good. Some of y'all be sleeping on my readings. I'm just giving y'all a little sample here. I'm giving you guys a little sample here. All right, we got to go to our paid person. That's going to be Siani. Siani, are you here? Siani 16. Siani, are you still here? Siani? Yes, Siani's still here. You want to know, will Jay reach out to you to rekindle? All right, let's see. Spirit, tell me about Siani 16 and Jay. Will Jay reach out to Siani to rekindle the relationship between these two? We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Justice, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. The answer is no. I think this is someone who feels like they have to do themselves justice by giving up on this. For some reason, they feel like you've done them wrong. All right. Yeah. They thought about coming back and talking to you, but they just feel like you deserve to just be where you are. I know that's harsh, but that's the truth. That's how harsh they are with it. Yeah. I think there's something very significant about you making them feel thrown off, unstable, um, like, it's just a lot of projection. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if it's something you said or did that has triggered this person. They're very triggered by you, Siani. So no, this person does not want to rekindle things with you. Yeah, and then with the Wheel of Fortune, they're saying, "Yeah, I feel better by not doing that. I feel like my life gets better without doing that." Does that sound like that makes sense? Does that seem like this is someone who has a lot of resentment and issues, or they like to project a lot of the blame onto you? Is that what this person does, Siani? Have you noticed that about them? Y'all get those freebies ready. I'm about to select a freebie. Siani says, yes, I've noticed that. So yeah, stay clear of that. Even if they want to come back later on, that's toxic behavior. All right. Thank you for letting me know that resonates. We're going to move forward, guys, with another question. Don't forget that is hashtag Q in the chat. To be selected, it must be a yes or no question only. Yes or no questions only, y'all, in the chat. Members, yes or no questions only in the chat. If you send a super chat of $10, you will automatically be, I will answer your question automatically on the live, but it still must be a yes or no question. It still must be a yes or no question. All right, let's see. I'm going to select Divine Earth Angel. Divine Earth Angel. Hello, hello, hello. Divine Earth Angel, you have been chosen. Divine Earth Angel. Y'all must be $10 or I'm not answering it. $10, y'all. $10. Divine Earth Angel, are you here? Divine Earth Angel, are you here? Hello, hello. You have been chosen. All right. Aha, there we go. See, it's the men every time. Y'all don't be listening to me. All right, let's go ahead and answer. You want to know, was Kenzie just playing you? All right. So, according to Divine Earth Angel's definition of being played by Kenzie, was Kenzie just playing Earth Angel, Divine Earth Angel? We have the world and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Temperance in reverse and the Ten of Swords. If you define Kenzie's actions as someone who wanted to just eventually let this relationship go and not take this thing super serious, that would be the definition of how she went about this relationship. Because with the world and the Seven of Pentacles, I think she felt like the relationship has been over or will be coming to an end. So with the Temperance and the reverse to the Ten of Swords, she was reaching her breaking point and kind of felt like, well, I know it's probably going to be over between us. So let me just be on borrowed time. Let me be on borrowed time because I feel like there's so much tension and issues between us anyway. So if you would define that as being played, I know I define that as being played because if she felt that way to me, she should have just told you that, but she may have not communicated that with you. All right. So let me know if that makes sense. Good luck to you, Divine Earth Angel. I know it's a hard message to hear, but she just felt like it was a very unstable relationship and eventually that it was going to come to an end. So she just kind of checked out a long time ago, I think. All right. Remember, it must be $10. If you send $5, $2, $1, I'm not answering it. I'm not answering it. So that person that sent $5, I need you to send another super chat of $5 and I'll gladly answer your question. I appreciate you, the dive to 1008. Send another $5, boo, and I'm gonna come back to you. All right, Z. Z wants to know, will my ex and you guys get back together? So will your ex and you get back together? Also, Soul Tribe members, you're entitled to a free question. Divine Earth Angel says, thank you, Mika, very much. I most definitely resonated. I wish her the best. Yeah, yeah. Spirit, tell me about Z and her ex. Will they get back together? We have the Fool in the reverse and the Three of Swords. Um, Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Empress in reverse. You know, Z, the answer is maybe. If this person gets back to you, there's so much risk associated with this because it's very unstable. This is a very unstable relationship. And eventually it's going to lead to maybe this person breaking your heart, cheating on you, or stepping out because of this very scared energy. They're not all the way in. So, in my opinion, beware. Be very weary of this offer. The Fool in reverse is like somebody that is very much holding themselves back from going all the way in because of fear. Terrified. This person's terrified. So they just play the field. Knight of Wands in reverse. It's just safer that way. It's almost like they're saying, well, just in the event things don't work out with Z, I can just go ahead and have these other holes on the side just to make sure I got options. Like nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Let me know if it resonates. All right. Next we have Rita. You're very welcome, Z. Sorry, and I hate to give these horrible readings, but y'all know I'm gonna give you the real. I'm not anybody that is new to my channel. Welcome. I give y'all a real reading, real energy, the truth. Some folks want to fluff it up and tell you, "Oh no, you guys are going to run off to the sunset." Z already know what it is. She know I'm gonna tell her the truth. So feel free, answer questions if you dare. You're going to get the real answers. Welcome, welcome. I do keep it real. I got to because I'm trying to uplift the collective. I'm trying to get y'all to the next vibration, and I'm trying to make sure y'all select right and not run to something wrong. Rita, Rita's next. Rita wants to know, has your healing improved for new love to come in? Hopefully soon. All right. Good question, Rita. Rita, are you still here? Rita, are you still here? Okay, she's here. Yay. All right, Rita. So let's answer your question, love. Has Rita healing improved for new love to come in soon? Has her healing improved enough for new love to come in soon? We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Devil in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. Your energy is a bit shaky, Rita. The reason why is because you're lacking confidence. You got to rise up. You got to let people know who the F you are. You got to let them know you're not the one, the two, the three, four, or the five to be messed with. And you got to be willing to walk away from people that don't serve you. I can tell that you anxiously want somebody, but it's coming from an insecure, very anxious place of I don't want to be alone. I'm getting lonely. I just want someone. And that is going to breed narcissists and people that see women that really want a relationship bad, and they're going to dog you out. So you've got to really work on saying no, establishing firm boundaries, and really, really work on detaching yourself from things that don't serve you. Yeah, with the devil in reverse. I think you're aware, but when temptation comes, it's going to be almost be like like a drug addict or someone who is an alcoholic. You're going to be like, "Ooh, but it's a man and he fine. And Mika, he like me." And mm, yeah, he a little toxic, but we could probably look past a little bit of the talk. Girl, no. Bye. Goodbye. You need to tell him goodbye. Bye-bye. Mm-mm. No, no. So until you get to that frequency and you can be willing to say no to people, once you have established your clear expectations of what you're looking for, do that first. But anytime you see red flags, you got to run. It'll save you years of pain and misery. It really will. Okay. Good luck to you, boo. Thank you for playing along and being honest and sharing that it did resonate. She said, "You so tapped in, LOL." I am. I'm the real deal, y'all. Y'all be sleeping on me, but it's all right. Y'all don't want to be booking, personal readings, and I'm a real tarot reader, but it's all right, y'all. It's all right. Whatever, whatever. Forget y'all that don't be booking readings with me. Forget y'all. Forget all y'all. Forget y'all. All right, King. What up, King? What up? What up? King, are you still here with this $1 million super chat? I don't know what currency that is. We're going to call it $1 million super chat. What is that? King, where you at? King always. Are you here? You done paid me $1 million for your reading now. Come on. Come through. There you go. All right. So he says, "Ma'am, you're a Libra male interested in an Aries girl. What's up on her mind about me? What's her future plans? Please tell in detail, ma'am, if possible, with timelines, please. Will she choose someone else and avoid me? Book you a personal reading." King, book you a personal reading. What is this? You got about 5, 10, 12, 20 questions. Y'all see, King trying to get me for my paper. And then and he forgot on him Aquarius. He forgot on him Aquarius. He think because he got all them zeros and a whole nother currency that he gonna get him a almost free reading for the almost free 99. Sir, sir, sir. I'm gonna answer one question. How does she feel about you? Okay, King. The rest you're gonna have to go to my website, Mika Divine, spiritualguidance.com. I'll put it in the chat for you, boo. Book you a personal reading. Book you book you a personal reading. Oh boy. Okay, just her future plans. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I like you. I like you. Did you slick Rick, man? Woo, y'all be slick Ricking it, baby. Y'all be just woo hoo hoo. Spirit, tell me a little bit about King's person. King, the Libra, who's interested in this Aries woman. What is her future plans with King? King always, the Libra. Three of Cups in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. King. Now, King, what you do to this girl? What you do to this girl? You done made her a little mad, King. King. Hmm. She wants commitment, but she feels like you and her cannot get on the same page. And she's very disappointed that it didn't work out. I feel like you guys known each other for some time. And she just feels like it's more safer to just be stepping away from the connection with you and go about her business. I know you have. King, come on now. You know who this is. You know this Mika. I already know what it is. King. She tired of you, King. I'm sorry. She tired of you. She said she not gonna deal with a player. King. What did King do? Let's look at that. What did King do to my girl here? Oh, you didn't choose her because you had other options. Okay. Well, again, she love you, King. Book you a personal reading. I'm not even going to ask you if it resonate. Oh boy. You got to, women have limits. Like women have to feel emotionally, mentally, and physically safe. And if they feel like their safety and their security is being jeopardized, then they feel like they need to leave the scene. Like that is the priority. If men really want to impress women, all the fellas listening, y'all have got to make a woman feel on top of the world. Like she can trust you, like you're choosing her, you're valuing her, you're making her feel amazing. After a while of a woman not feeling chosen or not feeling valued, they're going to eventually just want to go about their business because a woman can only take so much. And I don't know how much history you guys have, but I do see the history there and she's just checked out. Sorry, King. I wish I had a better reading for you, but that's what I have, boo. You love only her? Well, I feel like, she's not feeling it. And I don't know if it's fixable or repairable, as the man in the relationship, you can try to fight to get her back, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I got you. I feel you on that. I hear you. I know. But for her, she, it's gonna be a little difficult. Now she may take you back though. She may. If you try to talk to her, court her, but you can't wait around on her, that's gonna be up to her. But right now, her energy is saying, girl. Like she probably talking to her girlfriends that, ooh, that King girl, ooh, girl, nah. That's the vibe. I'm just being honest. All right, I gotta move on, King. Appreciate you for the $1 million super chat, the fake $1 million super chat. Here we go, Vibrant Beauty. Vibrant Beauty, are you here? Vibrant Beauty 1212. Book you a personal reading, King. I already answered your question, boo. I did way more than what you paid for. Book your personal reading. All right, Vibrant Beauty wants to know, will your day trading career take off this year to the point where you can do it full time and support the lifestyle you want? Okay, I'm gonna answer the question, and then I have an opinion about that. So just hold tight. King, book your personal reading, boo. That's the website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Vibrant Beauty 1212. Will her day trading career take off this year to the point where she can do it full time and support the lifestyle that she wants? We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. The answer is no. I think the problem is you're caught in the idea of what it can bring instead of actually having the results. So, one thing I always tell people with trading, period, day trading, it's like going to the casino. Truly, it is. There's only so much strategy you can put into the stock market. There's only so much strategy. I mean, you can study the different companies. You can say, okay, this many shares, da da da. You know, you can do all of that stuff, and you're still putting a risk on the line. You don't know if it's going to hit or if it's going to flop. And to be honest, we're living in a very shaky economy right now. Very shaky. Okay, where I feel like the bubble is about to go kaboom. If you may have noticed, a lot of people's houses are being up for sale. A lot of people are using credit cards, getting loans that they can't afford to pay. People's income don't match the price of groceries and clothes. Even sales for small businesses are down. So the economy is very shaky and is a big risk. Do I recommend day trading if you have all the money to lose? Whatever you put into the stock market, prepare to lose it. If you go to the casino, prepare to lose it. If you place a bet on anything, prepare to lose it. You're only lucky if you win. You're only lucky if you hit. You're only lucky if that share grows. The stock market goes great. But don't put your money in anything that you don't feel like if it loses your money, you're in trouble. So if you have a lot of money that you can just throw at it and say, well, if I throw it out the window and it goes kapooey, I'm okay with that. Do it. I hope that makes sense. But the answer is no. I would it's saying no. I think it's going to stress you totally out. Yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of stress and burden into your life, and you're gonna be very disappointed in the performance if you were to put all that money into that. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it resonates. Okay. Let me make sure I got all the super chats, and then we'll do some freebies now. So get those freebies going, guys. Get those freebies going. She says, "Thank you, Mika. You're very welcome. Yeah, be careful. But yeah, that's the only time I would do the stock market is if I have money to lose. That's just a smart approach. Same thing with creating a business, guys. If you have a business idea, it's a risk. It's a huge risk factor. The business may go great, but it may go flop. So don't get loans to start a business. Use your own money that you are willing to lose if it flops. So you don't end up having to owe the bank all this money that you can't pay back because you were banking on the business to grow and it may not. Best advice I got from a financial guru: never invest your money in risky investments that you cannot get a guaranteed return on. That would be financial suicide. Don't do it. All right, here we go. Let's do Mariana. Mariana, are you here? Mariana, I think you're still here. Mariana, yay! Mariana want to know, is Ilmay thinking about asking you out? Spirit, is Ilmay thinking about asking Mariana out? We have the King of Cups and the Death in Reverse and the Lovers. Yes, I can definitely see that. They're thinking about it. They have a little emotion for you, a little love for you. For sure. They're thinking about it. All right. Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink for 8440. Pretty in Pink 8440. Are you here? Here. You want to know, is your SP wanting to have a baby with you? You're going to have to revise that question, love. I can't answer any pregnancy questions, health related questions, or legal questions. All right. So give me a different question. I'm going to give you another chance to revise that. So no questions about pregnancy, guys. No questions about medical, health, mental health, pregnancy. I can't answer any of those from a legal standpoint. Okay. So give me another question, Mariana. I'll come back to you. We'll do Raymond. Raymond, are you here, Raymond? Raymond. All right. Raymond wants to know, will you hear from Fab? Will Raymond hear from Fab? We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Reaching out is a bit overwhelming. They're kind of feeling a bit stuck, but eventually they may have the confidence to do it, but not at this time. They're thinking about it, Raymond, but not right now. They're not going to take any action right now. They're thinking about it though. All right, Nita, are you here? Nita 4569. Nita 4569. Nita 4569. Are you here? All right, Nita wants to know, will Sean and you ever get back together? All right. Will Nita's person, Sean, and her get back together? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a possibility. I think this is somebody that's expecting a lot out of you, though, in order to make this work. This is a very lazy person and a very and a person that is not very self sufficient. So they would be depending on you for a lot of the things that is surrounding the relationship. It's not somebody that I think you would be interested in getting to know. They know that they need to do better, but I don't think they're putting in the work like you think. So do you want to repeat the same cycle? Go for it. If you want to go like let this person back. Alicia not. Alicia not. Alicia not. Are you here? Y'all keep those questions coming, guys. We have no super chats right now, so I'm picking random questions in the chat. Put hashtag Q in the chat and you may be selected. Alicia not wants to know, my husband left you after you suffered postpartum depression. Will he realize he made a mistake and reconcile with you instead of getting a divorce? All right. Sorry about all of that. Seems like you're going through such a difficult time. Will Alicia's person recognize that he made a mistake and want to reconcile with her instead of getting divorced? We have the Hermit and the Sun and the Four of Wands. They're thinking about it. I think he's trying to decide which path he wants to take. Um, he doesn't have an answer yet, but he's thinking about it. Why is he thinking about it? I think it's because he's a little upset about some things going on in the relationship, and he wants more of you to be present, like show love and be romantic or something. So he feels neglected or something like that. But I think it's more to it than just that. You know, with marriage, there's so many layers that needs to be worked through. And so he's just kind of like processing and figuring it out. It doesn't feel promising though, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't feel promising. Be careful with that one. Don't bank on it. Don't bank on it. I can tell this person has a lot of things that they need to work on when it comes to being a partner. I think he can be a little selfish at times. Does that make sense, Alicia? Does that make sense to you, love? Alicia. Okay, she says, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. That makes a lot of sense. He is very for himself. Yeah. And that's not a marriage. That's not a partnership. It's something that I think you got to really evaluate for your own sanity. Because he's going to do what he feels like is best for him at the end of the day, not what's best for you or the marriage. Okay. I hope that helps and gives you a little bit of more clarity of where to go next. All right. Next. Remember, guys, $10 super chat if you want to get a priority question and ask. If not, you're in the pool of questions that's just coming up in the chat. So keep those questions coming. The next person I'm going to select is going to be Pretty in Pink 8440. I did promise you I was going to come back to you, Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink, are you still here? Pretty in Pink. Still here? Great. You want to know, is SP going to message you soon to come see you? All right. Is SP going to message Pretty in Pink 8440 soon, Spirit, to come see her? All right. We have the Tower in the reverse, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords. Even if he does message you to come see you, you're one of many options. You're one of many people he may be talking to or entertaining. He wants to know if you can be someone he can entertain on the side. All right. So, yeah. Is this person known to be a player or something, or someone who's non-committal? If that's the case, that's what you're dealing with. All right. If you have any further questions, you're going to have to book a personal reading, hon. All right. All right. We're going to keep going. Next, we have. You're welcome. Next, we're going to have Lisa, Mama Lisa. I don't know how I missed that. Mama Lisa. All right, Mama Lisa. Mama Lisa wants to know, will Tony and her move forward? Will Tony and Lisa move forward? We have the Devil in the reverse. We have the Page of Swords and the Magician. I feel like there's a lot of things going on in this relationship dynamic that may not be serving both of y'all. It doesn't feel like a healthy attachment at all, to be honest. I think you want to get kind of move forward and establish something more better, a better, more healed experience, but I don't feel like he's quite there yet. Yeah. It's almost like he's pulled his energy back or something because he's not wanting anything super serious. So it feels like it's almost like a string along situationship, or something that just cannot get to the next level. It feels very stagnant. So the answer to your question is probably not. If you're looking for him to like switch up, change, do better, be less toxic, see forward movement, like growth. Oh, I think that's asking a lot out of this guy. Unfortunately, I think it's asking a lot out of this guy. Yeah, there it is. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Fun time, not a long time, nothing too serious. If that makes sense, Lisa. You're welcome. All right. Next we have Tammy S111. Tammy S111. Are you still here? Don't forget, guys, I'm still accepting super chats for priority guaranteed questions, guys. If you are a member, you get a free question. So if you're a member, make sure you ask your questions in the chat. Keep the questions coming, member, so I can see it because it's going super fast and I may miss your question. All right, Tammy, you're still here. Woohoo! Tammy wants to know, is the one you're with really your person? All right. Is the person that Tammy's currently with really her person that she's supposed to be with? We have the 4 of Wands in the reverse, and then the King of Wands in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Chariot and the Ace of Cups with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I think this is like a situation that is almost like serving as a transition from some type of breakup or situation that you had to move away from that wasn't serving you, Tammy. So I would be very careful with this person selling you a lot of false dreams, a lot of false hopes, meaning don't let this person string you along too long. If you want to entertain it, give it about 3 months of consistent dating. If it's been longer than that, go about your business because they string you along. I really feel like this person's definitely not the one, if that's your question. All right. Let me know if it resonates. You're welcome. You're welcome. Miss Gaga. Miss Gaga. Are you here for your super chat question? Miss Gaga. All right. Miss Gaga's here. You want to know, does your ex Justin still have feelings for you? You know things, but you just wanted my insight because I'm the GOAT. Boom. Not just saying. Thank you so much. Take it easy on me, though. You'll book a personal one day. Okay. So, does Justin still have feelings for you? All right, let's see. So, Spirit, does Justin still have romantic feelings for Miss Gaga right now in this moment? We have 3 of Cups. We have the 5 of Wands and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the 9 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. This person wants to just put you in the friend zone. Friends with benefits, situationship, hang out, have fun, nothing too serious. And even that's a long shot right now because he feels like um you're someone that's making things a little bit too difficult. So, and I think the difficulty comes from you want more from this, and that's not what he's willing to give. So you guys are just not on the same page. And he's very sure about that. He's very, very stuck in his ego. Even though he will eventually probably have a breaking point and want to still come back to you at some point with the 3 of cups. Don't expect him to like run off into the sunset and give you more than that. Just because that's his boundary, that's where he's feels comfortable to land with you. Why the 3 of cups? Because that's a peaceful place to be considering all where he is in his life. Yeah. To be honest, he doesn't know what he wants with you. So it's just like, well, let's just go with the flow. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. You said it makes sense. He's mad right now, too. That's what I said. He's mad at you. So whatever. Bye. Boy, bye. It's like I'm psychic or something. I told you. He holding a grudge. Gone. So that's why he's tripping. Exactly. Boy, bye. Chunk them deuces, girl. Shaquaya. Shaquaya, our Soul Tribe member. Hey, boo. Hey. You ready for your question, Shaquaya? Shaquaya, you ready for your question, boo? Since you're a member, I'll go ahead and answer it real quick. You got to be on the live, though. So let me know you're still here. Shaquaya. Chinquaya, are you still here, boo? I can't answer your question if you're not still on the live. All right, I guess she's gone. Let me know when you come back. Keep asking your question. I'm gonna come back to you, boo. Thank you for being a member of the channel. All right, the next person we're going to do is L. Lindsay. L. Lindsay, who sent a super chat. L. Lindsay, are you here? L. Lindsay. L. Lindsay, are you here? L. Lindsay, that sent a super chat. Are you still here? Yes. Okay, there we go. So let's answer your question. You want to know, will T and you reconcile your relationship? Spirit, tell me about L. Lindsay and T. Will L. Lindsay and T reconcile the relationship? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Oh boy. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. If you reconcile, you'll just be another person that he's entertaining. So be careful. This is not a committed guy. I don't know if you found out that this is a cheater or someone who's not loyal, who's very reckless, very stubborn, can be controlling sometimes, very selfish, all about them, what they want. Be careful with this one. You don't want this. Yeah. I'm also getting he can definitely be an in and out type of guy. So when he gets frustrated or feel like he's not getting what he needs from you, he goes off to someone else. Okay. No, I don't think that's a good reconciliation. But yeah, he'll be off and on as long as you allow him to come in and out of your life. But best believe he always will have other options behind your back because that's what he likes. He likes his freedom. All right. L. Lindsay, I hope that resonates. I know it's not what you want to hear, but that's the truth. Let me know if it resonates. Did that make sense to you, love? All right. We're going to go ahead and move forward now with PJ. PJJ111. All right, I think L Lizzie didn't want to hear that, but I'm sorry. All right, PJJ111 wants to know, does Richard have feelings for you? All right, let's see. Okay, it does resonate. Okay, so save yourself. He's doing you a favor by being gone. Goodbye. So you can make space for a real one. Look at it like that. You are the prize. He's missing out. So goodbye. You know, I hope that it kind of brings you a little bit of confirmation of who you're dealing with. And you're a beautiful girl. So I don't think you'll have a problem finding someone else. Spirit, tell me a little bit about PJJ111. Does Richard have true, authentic romantic feelings for PJJ? We have the Hermit and the Four of Wands and the Hierophant in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Devil and the World and the Two of Wands. The answer is, I wouldn't call it love. I wouldn't even call it feelings. I would be interest. He's interested in you. But the idea of establishing like a serious relationship with you right now, no, no. That's not something he's interested in you right now. But he wouldn't mind you guys hanging out, having, a relationship of some sort, if you want to call it that. Eventually, you're going to get tired of waiting. You're going to feel like you're wasting your time. It's going to feel like a string along situation because this person is going to definitely be constantly trying to figure out what they want to do with you. But in the meantime, like sexual energy, having fun with you, what I call people that are habitual time wasters, that's probably what it's going to feel like. And it's going to cause a lot of issues with the Five of Wands because you don't want the same thing. You guys are not talking the same language. And that's kind of what I'm getting. Miss Lisa T, are you here? Let me know if it resonates, PJ. I hope that gives you a little bit more clarity of what it is. PJ says habitual time waster. Yeah. You're welcome. She said it does make sense though. All right. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Miss Lisa T is here. Hey, hey. So you want to know, will your finances improve? I got you, boo. Let's see. Will Lisa T's finances improve? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, Ten of Swords. You need to come up with a better plan. Right now, no, if you keep going about the same type of routines, behavior patterns that you're doing, it's not going to improve. So I recommend that you definitely dive deep into creating a practical plan, like a budget or educating yourself on financial literacy, like people like Dave Ramsey that I follow when I was just trying to get my finances together. Also, your spending habits need to get a little bit better. Yeah, you really need to work on being more intentional, really work on that to get to the results that you want to see. You're going to have to cut a lot of corners. You're going to have to live beneath your means, save, 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 invest, invest, and even consider maybe getting other streams of income. Dave Ramsey is my number one go-to guru if you need to really learn about financial literacy, how to get out of debt, stay out of debt, and build long-term wealth. He has a program called Financial Peace University. It's phenomenal. So there it is. Let me know if it resonates. Would you agree you kind of going into this thing blindly? Like, where do I start? What do I do? I think that's kind of the advice there. Miss V, Miss V, are you still here? Miss V. Miss V is still here. And Miss V wants to know, is T the one? All right, let's see. Spirit, is T the one for Miss V? We have the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands in reverse and the Fool. Underneath the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I think this is someone who's really terrified of taking the relationship to the next level. And I think they just need a lot of time to process, to figure out what they want to do for themselves, get their life together, get a lot of things in order for their life before they can even think about investing, building, and creating a long-term committed relationship with you, Ms. V. So to answer your question about your person, be very careful with string along situations. Don't set the expectations too high that this is someone that's going to give you a solid offer or build with you anytime soon. I think they do need a lot of grace, and I don't know how much grace you're willing to give. On this channel, I say give people 3 months uh, to show you what they're really about. After that, go about your business. I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold my breath because sometimes people, even if you like them, if they got a lot of issues they got to work on and they're putting you on hold because of those issues, which they don't have to, it can cause some issues because I think you're going to get tired of waiting for something serious. This person's not ready for anything serious. Yeah, so they're going to duck and dodge from a higher level of commitment. It's going to feel like a string along, or it's going to feel like a person with a bunch of excuses. So be careful with that, Miss V. All right, y'all. We are still taking questions. Remember, if you're just now coming onto the live, we are doing $10 super chats for guaranteed reading questions. Of course, keep putting your questions in the chat for your chance to be selected on this reading. It's not guaranteed if you don't send a super chat. It's just whoever I feel drawn to. Also, I just want to remind everybody that I do offer personal readings. If you would like a full personal reading, at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Right now, and for a very long time, I've been running a really good sale because the economy is going pretty bad. All right. So I'm trying to help everybody out there. So check it out, Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance. If you ever want to book a personal reading, that link is always down in the description box below. Keep the questions coming. We have no wait for questions. I'm just going to go ahead and select another person for a reading. Let's see. Who are we going to pick? Keep the questions coming, guys. Soul Tribe members, if you're here, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I'll answer your question for absolutely free. All right. We have PJ once again in the chat with another question. Awesome. So you want to know about Mark. You want to know about Mark. You want to know, will Mark try to talk to you? Spirit, tell me about PJ and Mark. Will Mark try to talk to PJ? We have the Devil in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. Mark is definitely someone that is choosing to hold back from trying to pursue anything with you or talk to you romantically, because I think Mark is trying to get over something from his past, like a divorce, a breakup, a situation that went wrong. So he's choosing to hold back, and he's very firm on that right now. Why isn't he? Yeah. I think also he's thinking about trying to revisit that other situation with the Eight of Cups in the reverse that has not worked out. So his focus is elsewhere. It's not even on you. So be careful with Mark as well. Yeah. This is something that I feel like is a cycle that needs to come to an end before he can even be available to talk to you. He still has that cycle open. So I don't know if you've heard of him having a breakup or him having a recent relationship dilemma in his life that he's trying to detach from. And most men, ladies, that are recently broken up, it usually takes a man about a year to 2 years before they're ready to get into another serious relationship. Like, say if they were in a marriage or a serious relationship long term, they're probably not gonna be ready for another relationship for another year. It takes men a lot longer to recover from, a failed relationship than women. So just keep that in mind too. All right, PJ, does that sound like that's the story there? Do you know anything about his recent breakup, if that can be a big factor that's holding him back? All right, PJ. I didn't hear from you, but I'm assuming it resonates. All right, we're gonna move forward, y'all. We're gonna keep this train rolling. We have $10 super chats for guaranteed questions, and anybody else who does not send a super chat, you're just taking a risk. You're throwing your question out there, and hopefully, you will be chosen for the next free yes or no question. All right, I'm going to select Lala Lou 78. Lala Lou 78. Lala Lou 78. Hello, hello. Lala Lou 78. Are you still here? Yay, she's still here. So you want to know about D. Will D come back? Spirit, will Lala Lou's person D, will he come back? We have the moon, the death card, the high priestess in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the eight of pentacles, the ace of wands, the page of wands. The answer is probably not. I think this is someone who's really thinking about like letting this go. It's probably best to just go about his business because he has a lot of things he doesn't want you to find out, and it's just better that way. So that's why he's also keeping his distance and not making an effort to try to fix and repair this. Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on in his energy that he may be not revealing to you. He may be trying to build with someone else. I'm also getting that, like he's trying to establish a relationship with someone else, or he's trying to find someone else to build with. So his focus is on that, not really trying to um, come back to you. Yeah, he's thinking about how he can just move on from this. I hate to say that. So, la la Lou, I hope that makes sense. You said thank you. So yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath. I'll keep it moving. All right. So next we have T Mrs. T Mrs. What up, T Mrs.? T Mrs. Are you still here? T Mrs. T Mrs. Are you still here? All right. T Mrs. wants to know, does Reggie miss you? All right. Can you tell me a little bit about Reggie? Does Reggie miss T Mrs.? We have the Empress and the King of Wands in the reverse and the Justice. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The answer is yes. He does miss you, but he also likes to have his freedom. So this is somebody that I feel like will probably eventually try to come back, but don't expect him to kind of like stop being a player or stop being in and out. He would definitely try. I think because he's starting to miss you a lot, he definitely will probably try to put his best foot forward. But something about his energy feels very, very, very wishy washy. I think it's only when it's convenient for him to come back that's when he comes back. So, like, say if he has no other options or he's bored or lonely, that's when he's like missing you more or thinking about you more, but it's not a consistent energy. Does that make sense? That's why he's very inconsistent. So I hope that makes sense, T Misses. You definitely got someone that feels okay with living that lifestyle. And as long as you allow him to keep coming back, of course. But he does see you as the empress. Like if he would put you in a category of someone he would settle down with, it would be you, but it's his lifestyle. Like he loves to have his freedom. This is the kind of person that maybe fear commitment and they just feel more comfortable not they get bored easy or they get more comfortable just doing with their own thing. T Mrs. says 100. Layla says, thanks again. At least I know now you are much appreciated. You're very welcome. T Mrs. says, thank you so much, Mika. You rock. Thank you so much. You rock too. You're a whole empress. So you got it going on, girl. You rock. He's lost. Yeah. And that's the thing. People that see your worth and value, you can be the best thing that ever hit their life. And if they're not choosing to change their life to appreciate you and value you, then they're going to continue to just dog you out. Even if they see your worth, ladies, like that's something that I think a lot of us have to understand that sometimes it's not even you being the issue. It has everything to do with them. Like you can be perfect for them, but if they don't want to change their ways, they just mess up a good thing. And it's very sad, but people self-sabotage relationships a lot. And it has nothing to do with you. They're just broken. They have issues they got to work on. Melissa says, "Yup, absolutely. The facts, unfortunately." Mhm. Remember, your questions, guys, must be yes or no questions only. If it's not a yes or no question, it will not get answered. It must be a yes or no question, y'all. Must be yes or no. Must be, or it won't be answered. Remember, if you send a super chat, it'll be a guaranteed question answered, but it must be a yes or no question. And my members of the channel get to ask a question for free. One question for free, complimentary on this live. But you got to be present on the live to get your question answered. Because I'm going to check. I'm going to say, hey, are you still here? All right, let's pick another person now. Keep the questions going, guys. I'm not scrolling up. I think somebody asked, do I keep posting it? Yes, because I'm not scrolling up. I'm not doing it. Kelly, you got to ask a yes or no question. Oh, okay. You did. You said, will MW take future actions to you? All right. So Kelly B2S, are you here, Kelly? And then Smalls TV, I'm gonna answer your question in just a second, boo. Hold on just a second. All right, you're here. So Spirit, will MW take future actions towards Kelly? We have the Three of Cups in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lovers. Um, I don't like their energy. If they do take action towards you, it's almost like to have a come up, to use you, not to really offer much. This is someone who moves with a lot of pride and ego, and they just kind of like the validation or the support that they could receive. If they don't feel like they're getting that from you, they just rather be off, go all about their business. Does that make sense, Kelly? Yeah, after a while, if they're alone and they don't really have nothing else going on, they'll come back. But then it's like it'll feel like a one-sided relationship. I don't know if you experienced that before, but that's what it is. This person is very they're not very self-sufficient, but then because they have so much ego, they easily get triggered when they don't get their ego stroked or they don't feel important or loved. They're like a spoiled child that nobody got time for. Kelly says 100%. There it is. Listen, y'all, if y'all sleeping on getting a personal reading, do not please book a personal reading at my website. I'm just giving y'all a little sample here of what I do. For those that want to see that I'm the real deal, I absolutely am. I absolutely am. Be manifest. I'm coming at you in just a second, okay, love? Smalls TV, you want to know, does Aqua have actual sentimental feelings for you? Smalls TV, are you still here? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, Spirit, tell me about Smalls TV person, the Aquarius that Smalls TV is connected to. Does this Aqua have actual sentimental feelings for Smalls TV? We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Cups, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. It feels like a lot of sexual energy and flirty energy. That's about it. It doesn't feel like love. Um, I think this is somebody that's not quite ready for anything serious. They're just trying to find refuge or someone to kind of just make them feel good, make them feel happy, at peace, love, and they just need support. So don't expect this person to show up all lovey-dovey, all romantic. Don't expect this person to be generous. Expect this person to kind of put you in a situationship zone, a friend zone, a booty call zone, a sexual zone that nobody got time for. Right. Yeah, it's gonna piss you off. Queen of Swords in reverse, which I think you're upset right now with the when you said that's a no. LOL. Exactly. Yeah, if you stay in this, it's gonna piss you off. I can tell you that right now. They doing too much. But because this person is new, it could just come across as flirty, but I still get like a lot of like more attraction, sexual energy, just not really ready for anything serious type of vibe with them. And it's not you, it's just they're not ready for all that. All right, be manifest. Are you still here? Be manifest, our soul tribe member. All right, you're still here. You want to know, does RG want a future with you? Spirit, does RG want a future with Be Manifest? We have the King of Cups, the Magician in the reverse, and the Justice. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. I think this is someone that's really not emotionally present, but they're going to pretend like they are because they feel like you're a good catch. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. However, What they're keeping hidden is they're trying to move on from somebody else, and you're the perfect person to land. They like you, but they also know they're just not emotionally present and ready for something deep. Yeah, all of that is a little bit much for them. So, if you're looking for a relationship or something like that, um, I can tell this person will love bomb the crap out of you and make you feel on top of the world, but really not be ready for a relationship. And it'll probably be like a string along situation, or you'll be looking up and be like, okay, like when are we gonna be in a relationship? And the answer is it's gonna take a while. This person not ready for all that. Yeah. They're definitely feeling like they need to stay where they're at. They need to stay where they're at. So you may notice that this person is doing the most, sweet talking you, doing the most. I hope that makes sense. And it may feel like it's too good to be true. If he's giving you all of that, probably is. If you want to test the theory, just take your time, keep your legs closed, and move slow with it. If you want to test the theory to see if I'm right, you can. Never solely base your life decisions on a tarot reading. Always listen to your intuition. I tell people all the time. So be manifest. Let me know. Let me know if it resonates. If you have that feeling like, I wonder if this person's pulling my leg, Mika. Does that resonate with you, hon? Be manifest. Does that resonate? Thank you. You will. Okay, cool. Let me know. Let me know if it works out. Smalls TV 459. You said a little. Okay. All right. Smalls TV 459 said, I knew you probably wouldn't believe me. So that's why I say just test the theory. Take your time. You'll see. Smalls TV says, is Mr. Scorpio in love? Okay. All right. I don't care if you can ask as many questions. If you're paying, y'all can ask 20 questions. I don't care. As long as you don't expect to get a freebie. Don't expect to get multiple freebies. But if you're paying, go for it. Ask as many as you want. But it has to be yes or no, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Smalls TV. Hold on. So, Spirit, tell me about Smalls TV's person, the Scorpio. Is the Scorpio that's on Smalls TV mind? Is this person in love with Smalls TV? We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Hermit and the Three of Wands in reverse. I would call it in love. I call it possessive energy. This person feels like you're their property and you better not go nowhere. So they feel like they need to make peace with you to keep you in their life. But I don't necessarily call that love. I call it a bit of a possessive energy, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here. Yeah. With the Lovers in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, this person is almost denying love. I think they have emotions for you, but they're pushing it away. And I think it has a lot to do with they know you're upset at them. They know that you have some issues with them. So that makes them feel like love is a risk with you right now. And so it's best right now for them to just kind of fall back and just make peace with you, whatever that means. But it's not love. But if that makes sense, like obsession, I got to keep you in my life. Be careful with that one. It's kind of weird energy. I know. I feel the same way. People are weird. Are we going to keep this train rolling, y'all? Remember, hashtag Q in the chat with your question. I'm having fun tonight. Y'all enjoying this? Make sure y'all hit the like button, like Mama Lisa said, if you're enjoying this reading. The more you guys like the videos and interact, the more I will be doing more freebies like this. I love to give away free stuff on this channel all the time. So make sure you guys let me know you like it. And also make sure that you guys keep those questions coming so you can be called. All right, we're going to do Bree Prince. Bree Prince, are you still here? And then we're going to do Kim next, since she's been an amazing mod. I got you, Kim. I'm sorry, Kim. I missed it. Bree Prince. Are you here still? Melissa says, yes, I love it when you do the live. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Melissa. All right, Bree, let's get it, girl. You want to know, does your ex R miss you? All right, let's see. Spirit, tell me about Bree Prince's ex. Her ex R. Does he miss Bree right now in this moment? We have the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You know, I would say the frustration outweighs missing you. But to answer your question is yes. He does miss you, but he's also pissed off that you have abandoned him and left him out in the cold. So I don't know if you blocked him, pushed him away, denied him access, but it breaks his heart. It makes him feel like you don't care no more. And that triggers him more than anything. But yes, there is a lot of emotion that he has for you that he can't shake, which is making him miss you, even though he mad at you, girl. Y'all have to send a super chat of $10 to get your question and answer, y'all. Not 5, 10. Send me another $5. I'll answer it for you. All right, Kim, you're next. Bree Prince, does that resonate? Did that resonate with you, Bree Prince? All right, she may have clicked off. I'm assuming it does. I don't know. You know, them Sagittarius, they be out the building quick, fast, in a hurry. No, she's still here. She said, what? Okay. Thank you, Mika. Yes, it definitely resonates. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, Kim, you want to know, will you get a relationship anytime soon? Let's see. And she's here. Glad it resonates, Bree. You done got him in his feelings. Oh, well. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Kimberly Ann. Will Kimberly get in a relationship anytime soon? We have the Six of Cups, the Sun, the Six of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. You know, I wouldn't call it a relationship for you. I feel like you're going to definitely get a lot of attention if you put yourself out there. If you put yourself out there, I think you can definitely find a lot of options and a lot of suitors that you can start getting to know. But I don't see you in a full blown relationship anytime soon. I think you just have to first get out there. Do you feel like that's the truth? Do you feel like you need to get out more to meet more people a little bit more to get your confidence up? And then once you get past that phase, then boom, you're going to meet your person. But it's going to take a little while before you get in that relationship. All right. Next, we have L Jam Mo 86. L Jamo 86. Thank you so much for sending that extra 5. I appreciate it. Kim says, yes, I do. All right. So yeah, just get out there more. It'll happen. You got options for sure, Kim. You got options. All right, LJMO86 wants to know, will you get married in the next 2 years to a well-off man? Okay. Spirit, tell me about LJMO86. Will LJMO86 get married in the next 2 years to a well-off man? We have the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. The answer is no, because I feel like you are still needing to work on your sense of security and stability in yourself. I feel like you're trying to find an outlet. I'm getting spirit saying you're trying to find an outlet out of your own personal financial setbacks, but spirit is urging you to not seek that external. You got to find that within yourself. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself interacting with a lot of pages. So don't chase wealth, don't chase money, chase stability and a man with a good character. And spirit is saying you probably need to spend a little bit more time alone to kind of work on some things that you know you need to work on, maybe surrounding some financial obligations in your own life, because we are what we attract. So like if you're looking for somebody that is well established or stable, you too have to have a sense of security and stability in your life to attract that kind of man. And I'm not saying you're poor or anything like that. I'm just saying like mindset as well. All right. I hope that makes sense. Good luck to you, boo. Let me know if it resonates. All right. Next we have V Moon. V Moon, you're next. V Moon, are you here? Hey, Fame Frenzy, how you doing? V Moon, are you here? V Moon. V Moon 467. Are you here? If not, I'm going to answer it without you, girl. Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. I'm making sure. I'm like, I don't want you to miss your question because I'm not time stamping these. All right. Here we go. V Moon wants to know, does the new love, who is an Aquarius, have good intentions? He wants to fly you out to his state. How long you been watching my channel, V Moon? How long have you been watching my channel, boo? I don't know if I've seen you here before. V Moon, how long have you been watching the channel? Are you new here? All right, I think V Moon has got a little scared of what I'm about to say. All right, I'm gonna be straight up. If you're new here, yeah, you got it, Melissa. You know I'm going there. All right, V Moon. Okay, you've been here since January. Very good. Praise the Lord. Okay, because what I'm about to say, you're probably not. Hopefully, you don't get offended because you've been watching me for a while. Be careful with long distance relationships. If a man cannot see you, feel you, be around you, then more than likely they're not going to take you seriously. And if he's planning to fly you out, he wants one thing and one thing only. You better lay it low and spread it wide. because I done paid for this. You owe me. You owe me. That's how men think. I'm not talking about a woman, I'm talking about a man. If ladies, if you're dating a man at a distance and he is not at a distance, if he's not in a vicinity to drive and see you every single week to go on a date, then that man's not taking you seriously. If he's not talking to you every day, he's not taking it seriously. And if he's willing to spend big bucks to fly you out, he's going to expect you to drop your draws. Now I'm gonna pull some cards. This is before I even pull the cards. I already know how this reading probably gonna go. If he has good intentions with you or not. All right. Let's see. Spirit, tell me about V Moon's person, the Aquarius. Does he have good intentions with V Moon? We have the Chariot. That's a distance. So there it is. That's traveling at a distance. And we have the King of Cups and the Justice. To be honest with you, I think this is somebody that is actually surprisingly attracted to you. But be careful because it looks like he's recently out of a relationship or some type of situation with someone else that you may not be aware of. So I don't know if he's talked about this. So even if he does like you, be careful with the rebound type of situation. Just be careful. Yeah. He has some secrets he's not revealing to you, that even though he does like you, I know he was, because I'm the real deal. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all be sleeping on me. I'm telling you, all y'all watching, all the folks in the back who have not booked a reading and don't believe I'm a real tarot reader, I have a real spiritual gift. Hello, somebody. Y'all see it in the chat. Yeah, he has. He was. That's a red flag. Because even with the Page of Cups, even though he likes you, he definitely is only able to offer you flirtatious energy, fun, exciting, and he's bored. He ain't got nothing else going on, and you happen to be conveniently available and someone he's talking to for the moment. So he's not going to tell you like, well, shoot, I need some pee. She willing to give me some pee if I flew her out. She better lay it low, spread it wide. With the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse, I think he's also ultimately not sure where this relationship is going to go, but he does like you. I think he generally does have feelings for you, but he doesn't know like intentionally long term where this is going to go, but he's trying his best to give it a shot. Yeah, because he's lonely, he's broken, he needs someone. It's giving desperate. Single and desperate. That's what it's giving. My advice, now this is my life coach, dating, girl talk, good advice for you. If you choose to go visit him, I recommend that you pay for your flight and he maybe pay for the hotel room. Like he books the hotel room or vice versa. He pays for the flight and you book the hotel. Me personally, I would pay for everything, but some of y'all ain't got it like that. I get it. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to have him set you up for the okey doke. I would be weary of letting him book the hotel room too, because stranger danger, you don't know this dude. He can be a whole serial killer and you don't know that. I would feel more comfortable on the initial meet and greet where he flies himself to me personally. He books his own room and y'all do it that way. I wouldn't feel comfortable by being a woman traveling by myself in an unknown town. He has total control. He done pay for the flight, he done pay for the room. He has total control to get a refund on a flight. You stuck. So my recommendation, if you want to try this, say, you know what? I would love to see you. I'd rather you come see me this time. And that way you can kind of feel it out. Y'all meet up like a regular date. Do not let him come to your house. Do not let him stay at your house. Do not go to his hotel room. You guys meet at a neutral location like a regular date. Y'all hang out in the daytime. Then you got to go. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. If he's staying a couple of days and you want to meet him tomorrow, you go to your house and meet him somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Maybe for breakfast or something. Whatever. He's not your boyfriend. He's not your husband. You don't owe him a damn thing. You don't owe him nothing. And in fact, do you really want a long distance relationship? Because it's expensive and it's definitely a big risk associated with a long distance because men need constant interaction. And every single time, he's not going to want to put out the money to come see you. He's not going to constantly expect to pay for you to come see him. At some part, he's going to expect for you to be like, well, let me help out with something. Like there's always something. You see what I'm saying? You got to consider all this. Can it work? Maybe. I think his intentions right now is just like I just need somebody. Um I don't do long distance I don't do that. That's just me. That's just me. Some people can do it, but I just know men. I don't do that. I don't play that game. So that's up to you, boo. But that would be my advice if you want to try it. That's a safe approach. And that's just for everybody to listening. Y'all be careful out here dating people that are strangers. They're stranger first. Be very safe. All right. Patience is next. Patience. Hello, hello. Are you here? Patience. Are you here? All right. Your question is, should you be moving home? All right. Is it a good idea, Spirit, for patience to move home? We have the Three of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups. I don't know if you're moving home because you're trying to save money or wait for better opportunities. Um, but be careful with being too comfortable there. There's a lot of risk associated with that. It may help you temporarily, but don't feel like it is a end all fix all. Um, Depending on your age too. I don't know how old you are. If you're younger, then that's fine. But if you're older, you're probably going to want a little bit more of your own to be able to have your own space, to have be able to do your own thing. So just be very careful with that. Yeah, you're not going to like it long term with the justice in reverse. It's not going to serve you long term. That's what spirit is saying. All right. So be careful. All right. We are now going to do Millie 111. Millie 111. Are you still here? Sorry, y'all, that's doing the freebies. I'm gonna get to y'all in just a second. These people have paid, so just be patient with me. You're welcome, patience. Thank you. All right, Millie, you're here. And you're excited. Well, I'm excited to connect with you. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, so I'm excited to connect with your energy. So, Millie, you want to know, will you find a better paying job in the next few months? Spirit, will Millie 111 find a better paying job in the next few months? We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Tower in the reverse. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. You need to be more confident and you need to be more aggressive with finding a job. It's something going on with you where you're just kind of giving up too easy. Like you may apply to something or you may feel like you're not getting it in the time you want. Just be more aggressive about it. Be way more aggressive about it so it can happen for you sooner. But right now, if you go at the pace and the rate and the type of energy you're in, it can cause a lot more delays. More delays that I don't think you're ready for. All right. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I know you've been feeling that way. I'm the real deal, y'all. Y'all be sleeping on your girl. I know, I know. Be more aggressive. Be more intentional, be more aggressive. Keep applying, keep going. You'll get something. All right. Next, we have Smalls TV coming back at it again. Smalls TV, hey boo, hey. You still here? And then I'm gonna do a freebie, y'all. So get those freebies ready. Get those questions ready, guys. Smalls TV. You still here? Smalls TV. Girlie, you still here? You done paid. I want to make sure you're here to hear your question. Okay, you're here. Yay. I was like, please don't leave. You paid. You done paid for all these readings. I want to make sure you're here. Okay, so your question is this. Does your Cancerian guy from work have romantic feelings for you? All right. Spirit, tell me about the Cancerian guy that's on Smalls TV's mind. The guy from her workspace. The Cancer guy that she's thinking about at her work. Does he have genuine romantic feelings for Smalls TV? We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, no. The answer is no. This is someone that is putting a very firm professional boundary in place because he feels like, even if he does have feelings, it's just not appropriate. So I think he really values being professional and, being real, just professional, I guess is the word. He also feels like definitely like even if he wasn't in the workspace and he were to shoot his shot, he wouldn't have a chance with you. Yeah, he feels like he would reject his offer. Like, say, if you guys were out and about and he met you somewhere. So, even if he looks at you as somebody that's a good catch, he just wouldn't try that. He wouldn't do that. Even if it was outside the workplace, like you guys met on the street and you don't know this guy, he would be like, "Oh, she's great, she's amazing." Like she wouldn't talk to me. That kind of vibe. So there's attraction there for sure, but not enough to say he wants a relationship with you or something serious with you. All right, we're going to do a freebie now. I believe I've gotten all the super chats answered. We'll do a few freebie, and then we're going to probably close this live. I've been at it for a while now. So drop those questions into the chat, guys. Also, if you have a dying question you want answered, like these other beautiful souls who have sent super chats of $10 for their yes or no question, I will guarantee answer your question. We're going to go with Jazzy, though. Jazzy wants to know, is the Scorpio missing her? Spirit is Jazzy. Scorpio person. Is the Scorpio missing Jazzy? Hey, Jazz. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Four of Swords, the Magician. Underneath the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The answer is not really. I think there was so much damage and issues surrounding this relationship that just kind of keeps replaying in their head. And so they do think about potentially reaching out to you, but then it's almost like they feel you will be a last resort. You would be like if they have absolutely nobody else to talk to, but I wouldn't say it's like emotions or love, or it would be like out of convenience. I'm bored. There's nobody else around. There's nobody else talking to me. For entertainment value, let me go holler at Jazzy. That's the time this person's on. They're full of crap. So whoever the Scorpio person is, something tells me that they're the non-committal type. They're the non-committal type, and they're probably a player or somebody that just be out in the streets playing games. Jazzy says, "Oh my gosh, you're so accurate." Yep. Yep. So yeah, the cycle will repeat. You're going to see the same crap different day that nobody got time for. Yeah, he is emotionally unavailable. That's what I'm saying. He don't have feelings. It's more so like, I'm bored. Well, screw it. Let me see what Jazzy doing. Hell, nothing else going on. Shoot. It's like, what? Heck no. Oh, that's what it is. All right, guys, we're still doing freebies. The people I feel drawn to that I feel like I need to answer their questions. But remember, if you want to get a guaranteed question, you send a super chat at $10. I'll answer it on the live. Only $10 super chat, y'all. What y'all doing? $10. Y'all pay more for a Happy Meal. You're welcome, Jazzy. Thank you so much for being a loyal subscriber. Kim asked, how is my dog doing today? Thank you for asking. Duchess, oh my gosh, y'all. She's coming back to life and getting on my nerves. Oh my gosh, she's cured. I said, here come that fool. She coming through with that mess. I know she all right. She gonna be all right. She already into some stuff. So yeah, she's very strong. She's moving around. She's very coherent, and she seems to be getting back to her normal self. I'm still have her on her little medicine, so I'm gonna have her do her full round of medication. But I'm happy she's doing better. Very happy. On the real. On the real. Go ahead and drop your question. I saw you here earlier. You said your Wi-Fi cut out. Drop your question in here on the real. Put hashtag Q with your question. Make sure it's in the form of a yes or a no question on the real. I'm going to give you a chance. Because I saw you here earlier. You were here for a while too, I think. While he's getting that prepared, I'm going to go ahead and answer someone else's question. Let's see. Let's go with Green Eye Asia. Green Eye Asia. Green Eye Asia. She has an exam to pass on August 6th. She wants to know, will she pass her exam? Green Eye Asia, are you still here? Green Eye Asia. Green Eye Asia, are you still here, boo? Yes. All right. Let's see. Will you pass your exam on August 6th? NCLEX. I don't know what that is. Is that a nursing exam? That's why I said exam. I don't know what that is. All right. We got the Fool. And we have the Hierophant in the reverse. And the Moon in the reverse. Okay. I'm getting there's a strong possibility you will, but Spirit is kind of warning you to make sure that you're prepared for it is a nursing exam. Okay, that's what I figured. Spirit is saying there's a strong possibility you will pass it, but you need to make sure that you really prepare for it because there is a possibility that if you don't, you're going to really be frustrated and want to give up. And I don't want you to get to that point. So this is kind of a warning message to make sure that you're fully prepared. You have a strong possibility of passing it, but just make sure you're totally confident and ready. Okay. Yeah, it's a confidence issue. You can't make it up. Like I just said, Queen of Wands in reverse. I think your nerves is going to get the best of you. I don't know if you have testing anxiety or if you just doubt yourself, but I think if you actually prepare a little bit more, your confidence is going to increase and you'll be like, yeah, I got this. So manifestation, self-talk, but preparation is going to be key. I think if you make sure you study a little harder, you'll be more confident and do well. Even if you don't pass, keep going. Keep going. By the way, y'all don't know this, but I'm a high school special education teacher. I also have my school administration license and I also have my national board teaching license. So I'm well versed in taking standardized tests and I have horrible testing anxiety, but I have a billion certifications and I'm very smart, but I still be stressing out about these tests. So I know the feeling, but you got it. Stay confident and hopeful. You'll do well. I know you have test anxiety. She said, yes, I have test anxiety. I know. It's like I'm psychic or something. Like, y'all be sleeping on me, man. All y'all, all y'all. Listen, book you a personal reading, you guys. If you can't get your questions answered on this live today, book you a personal reading because I'm only going to be on here a few more minutes. And then we're going to close this bad boy and I'm going to give you some rest. But keep the questions coming. We got a couple of super chats. I'm going to attend to those for sure. If you want to make sure with these last few minutes that I'm on that I don't miss your question, please send those super chats with your yes or no question. Okay. So first we have K-pop. K-pop, are you here? Yes. Okay. Do you want to still ask the same question? Can you trust your boyfriend? Do you want that question answered, love? Okay. So can K-pop trust her boyfriend, Spirit? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Woo! You have probably the best reading of the night. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So this person is very serious about you. Yes, you can trust him. If there is temptation, he's willing to let those options go. I think he's laser focused on you, K-pop, and he really has a very strong desire to build with you. He almost feels like you're his soulmate. Yeah. All that mushy stuff. Yeah. He probably wants to propose to you, by the way, too, eventually. Don't mess it up. And make sure you invite me to the dang on wedding. K-pop says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. Thank you so much." You're welcome. And everybody looks at you in envy like, "How'd she get her somebody like that?" Well, she found a good man. There he is. Of course. Yes, yes. All right. We got my girl, Smalls TV, coming through with the questions. Are we going to do your first one, boo? You want to know, is Aqua going to stay consistent? Um, Smalls TV, look at your phone. See my face? Okay. No, you can keep asking questions. I'm talking about this Aqua, this person at the distance that you keep asking about. All right, let's see. Will the Aqua person at a distance be consistent? We have the High Priestess in reverse, the Magician. All right, I'm getting a little manipulative energy, and the Empress in reverse. Underneath the deck, we had the Ace of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. Again, it's still reinforcing he's getting out of some other type of relationship, and you're the next best thing since sliced bread. He's excited. But with him showing up as the Knight of Wands, I would be very careful about him being consistent. Knight of Wands typically are not very consistent. They're very much exciting, fun, lively, cool. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. But any relationship, I don't care how amazing a person is. I tell people all the time, move slow. But like I said, be careful because he's still not emotionally there yet for anything serious because he's still getting over something from his past. So for now, it's all fun and games. And then we go from there. Yeah, it's going to take a while for him to get to commitment if you want to know that. I think he has good intentions, but will it last? It's just up in the air. And it's all about, are you willing to do the long distance thing? I think that's going to be a big factor. And eventually, somebody in the long distance is going to have to move. So be prepared for that conversation if it does get serious between y'all. Please be careful. It's a lot to it, that long distance mess. But if you want to try it out, go for it. All right, your next question is not commitment wise. Girl, okay, I'm done. I'm done. You know how I feel about all that foolishness. All right, you want to know, is T, the Gemini rising, Scorpio moon, going to keep draining your dang energy? All right, let's see. Spirit, what about T, the Gemini rising, Scorpio moon person? Are they going to keep draining Smalls TV's energy? We have the Judgment in reverse, the moon in the reverse, the Three of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Star and the Nine of Swords. I think the reason why you feel the pull on your energy so much is because they're kind of regretting how things happen between you two. They feel like they made a bad judgment call and they just keep thinking about you and reflecting on the situation and secretly like wanting a reconciliation. So I don't know if you have spiritual gifts or you can feel it, but yeah, they're definitely thinking a lot about you and like the shoulda, coulda, woulda type of thing. But then they also associate that with, what if I get rejected? So let me hold back and chill and let me just try to figure out how I can bring peace to the situation. But how can I bring peace to Smalls TV when Smalls TV probably don't want nothing to do with me? So they're just racing in their mind. This person is definitely, I'm getting a lot of the air sign energy going crazy in their mind about this. It's giving me a headache. So the best you can do with people like this is disconnect, move forward, transmute the energy if you feel a pull. If they are going to eventually get some balls to reach out to you, block them. If you don't want to deal with them, move forward, let it go. But they are thinking about you a lot, and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But that's a part of their karma. You were supposed to be brought into their life to teach them a karmic lesson. All right. All right. We got Jazzy next. And then we're going to do Chaquana. Chaquana. So hold tight, Chaquana. I'm going to do Jazzy real quick. All right, Jazzy, you still here? Jazzy. All right, Jazzy. Don't cover your face, girl. She's like, uh-oh, I'm scared what Mika gonna tell me now. Lord, I'm scared. Don't be scared. All right, you want to know, was a Libra playing with you the whole time? All right, let's see. So, Spirit, was a Libra person playing with Jazzy the entire relationship, the entire time? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they're a player and they weren't taking you seriously. And this is somebody like when they feel like they're missing out on you, meaning you have moved on or you put boundaries in place. That's when they feel like they didn't play the game right. So yeah, they were being a player. But I can also tell you and them have a very toxic relationship. You know, the King and the Queen of Wands tend to have a lot of passionate feelings for one another, but it's very toxic and low vibrational. So you guys probably have a lot of exciting times together, sexually speaking. But when it comes down to practical things that come along with a responsible relationship, you get frustrated because you're like, hey, I'm just not there for the fun stuff. We got to get to the real stuff. And he got a problem with all that. So yeah, he takes his sweet time in waiting for you to fix and repair the relationship because I feel like you guys have a off and on relationship. This is how y'all get down. Y'all break up to make up, get back together. And so he feels maybe he took things too far this last time and he feels kind of stuck and overwhelmed. But, you know, I tell people behavior 101. You ladies, we got to tell men how to treat us. Either they going to get with the program or they can get lost. It's not, we going to see, we'll give you another chance. You know, I'm going to forgive you. It ain't none of that. It's this or it's not. People will treat you only as good or as bad as you allow them. Period. Your kids disrespect you, ladies. What do? You put them in a place. Why can't we do men the same way? If your kid, and I used this example the other night, if your kid is playing outside and they run into the street, you gonna yank his butt up and say, don't you do that. Don't you ever do that again. If you do it again, you gonna get a spanking, right? You let them know what the boundary is and what the consequence is if they do that behavior again. So going to men, when a man does something to cross the line with you, that's a firm boundary. You have a conversation and say, don't do that. If you do that again, I'm gone. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm gone. And let them test you again, you leave. Just like that child that ran off in the street again, when you told them not to and you spank them, that's their consequence. And you mean that 10 toes down, period. But a lot of you guys don't have no backbone to let them know that. Now, depending on the offense, some of y'all may say, I don't really want to leave them, but I just need to pull my energy back. And that's fair. But if it's a big hard boundary like cheating, dogging you out, abuse, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it'll be like this tit for tat. And after a while, it'll be like the boy that cried wolf. You say you're going to leave. You say you're tired of me, but you're still here. So obviously, you don't care. Oh, I cheated on you, but you still let me back. So you never gonna go nowhere. And that's the mentality of how these people are. And they say, "Oh yeah, she ain't about that life. She all talk, bruh. She ain't gonna do nothing. She's saying all that. She all this barking and stuff. She's saying all that stuff. She ain't about that life." And they right, cause y'all don't do nothing. Y'all stay right there and prove to them you ain't about that life. You got to cut it off. But that's the mentality of toxic. You look at it as, well, no, I'm trying to just work with you. Now, John, I'm trying to work with you. I just need you to stop yelling at me. I know I said I was going to leave you if you yelled at me again. But I love you, John. And I just really don't want us to end the relationship. But listen, John, I really just need you to stop. Then John next week clock you upside the head. John! No! John! Sorry, y'all. It's not funny. No, John! And he like, but just like a child, if you let a person get away with one little thing, you give them an inch, they're going to run a mile. So first it was the yelling, then it was the physical contact. You see what I'm saying? First it was liking and commenting them hoes on Instagram. Then it turned to DMing them hoes on Instagram. Then it turned into meeting these hoes on Instagram. And then it turned into having intercourse with these. You see what I'm saying? So where are you putting the boundary in place? Excuse me, but I saw you commented on this Video Vixens page talking about you got a big old booty and I just want to. What you mean you want to? And he be like, it's just a comment. It's just a comment, man. You tripping. I ain't doing nothing. And literally, it can be innocent. And you like, okay, all right, it's a comment. You're right. Maybe I'm overreacting. No, you're not overreacting. Excuse me, we're not doing that. And if you do it again, I'm gone. Because emotional cheating leads to physical cheating. And when you don't nip that foolish crap in the bud and let them know, excuse me, who the hell do you think you talking to? Who the hell do you think you gonna clock upside the head or do that? Heck nah. No, absolute. And you don't gotta yell. I'm just being dramatic. Don't yell at them now. You just talk to them. Excuse me. There's no need for you to yell at me. I haven't been yelling at you, but the next time you raise your voice at me, it's gonna be the last time because I'm gone. And I mean that. So either you learn a different way to communicate with me or I'm leaving because I don't have to put up with this. I don't treat you this way. Don't treat me that way. And you do it so calmly. And if a man really loves you, ladies, they're going to be like, okay, all right. Okay, all right. My bad. I'm sorry. You right. I got a little out of hand. My bad, man. I just got a little upset. I love you, baby. I don't want you to go nowhere. I'm gonna work on that. That's a real man. But a punk, a grown boy gonna be like, what? What you mean? What you mean? Oh, so what? So what? I can't express myself. You saying I can't express how I feel? So you can just say whatever you want to say and you don't have to care how I'm feeling. Is that what we doing? Oh, it's all about you. It's all about how you feel. Well, how I feel. Okay, I can see that we're still not on the same page with this. So I'm sorry, but this relationship just isn't going to work. I wish you the best. Block, and you move on to someone who will respect you, period. That is a hard boundary for me, but it may not be for you. You may say, well, I can talk it out, I can ride it out, and then we can work through it. But for some of y'all, it's a hard boundary because maybe you've been a victim of abuse or you've been a victim of childhood trauma and pain, and you don't like people yelling and cussing and hooplying and all that. See, I'm ignorant. So I know it's only gonna be a few times you done cussed at me, yelled at me, be all up in my face, and I'm gonna be ready to get violent. That's that Aries moon. I'm gonna be ready to clock you upside your damn head because I don't know who the hell you talking to. Okay, I don't know who the you talking to. I'm gonna go right there with it, and that's not the way. That's not the way. So it's best if you just not talk to me like that at all because I get triggered. I'll be ready to fight. I'm ready to lay your ass on the ground, and I know how to fight. So you better stop. I'm just saying. So you got to know what your true and honest values and standards are, ladies and gentlemen, fellas watching. So you can get a person that's truly your match. And you can find someone that isn't perfect. We're not talking about perfection. There's no such thing as a perfect man or a perfect woman. Let's be clear. But you need to find somebody that is a healthy partner. They're not toxic and they're not trying to intentionally cause you harm and pain and break you down or, play games and do tactics and manipulate you and abuse you. Nobody got time for any of that. When there's good men out here who will drink your dirty bath water, suck your big toe, and kiss your right booty cheek, left booty cheek, and you know what else? I'm sorry, y'all. That's a Scorpio rising. Let me continue, y'all. Y'all done got me started. Ah, where am I at, y'all? I had Shaquana's question. Shaquana, are you here, boo? I'm gonna go ahead and answer it for you if you're not here or not, because we're gonna kind of wrap this thing up in a little bit. Shaquana wants to know, does Michael the Gemini love you? You're a Scorpio. Speaking of Scorpio, there we go. Shaquana, you here, boo? She's a member of our soul tribe. I know she clicked off earlier. I don't know if she's back. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Shaquana, you here? Okay, I think she clicked off again. I'm gonna still answer it for you, boo. Hopefully, you'll be hearing in the background. You may be driving your car or something. Does Michael the Gemini love Jaquana, the Scorpio? We have the Fool, we have the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I think he does have love for you, but he's someone that also has um entitlement issues where he kind of feels like in order for him to have this fresh start, you got to be cooperative with him. Yeah, he's definitely loves you and wants to have another go round with you. He does. He just wants peace, though. I don't know if he has peace to your life, but that's what he's saying he needs. All right, next we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you still here, love? With your 999 question? Elizabeth Hernandez. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Some of you guys been here the whole time, just hanging out. Hey, Strange Cheryl. Star Angel. I say strange. Star Angel Tara. Elizabeth Hernandez, are you here? All right, we're going to answer your question, boo. I got to keep it moving. I got a line. I got people waiting. Hey, hey. All right, Liz, you want to know, hey, beautiful, do I see long term commitment with the Cancer guy you are getting to know? So, this is a new guy. He is a Cancer. And you want to know, is there potential for a long term committed relationship? So, let's see. Spirit, is there potential for Liz to have long term commitment with the Cancer guy that she's getting to know? What is his true intentions here? We have the Six of Cups in the reverse, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the Eight of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Moon in the reverse, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. This is someone scared of commitment right now because he's still holding on to a lot of pain and trauma from his past and is getting in the way of him trusting love with you or with anybody else. So I wouldn't hold my breath on this one, Liz. Keep your options open. Take your time if you want to test my theory. I'm going to tell you straight out, non-committal. On this channel, we give people 3 months. That's it. Only 3 months to prove to you that they really about that life, that they want to commit to you. And if not, it's time to skedaddle. It's time to get your purse and block and delete in 2026. So good luck to you. I do hope it works out, but I'm just not getting that energy of someone that's going to really settle down with you. So good luck. Bria, Jaquia, I already answered your question, boo. So go back and rewind the tape. I've already answered it. All right, Bria's here. You said guy friend from the past is on your mind. Did he manifest you reaching out to him in 2019? Okay. So you're thinking about this guy friend from your past, and you want to know back in 2009, did he manifest you to reach out to him? All right. We have the Fool in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Swords in reverse. I'm not really getting a no manifestation. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is somebody that's really focusing on themselves. They they probably bumped into you unexpectedly in 2009. And it was just like, oh, okay, we'll see. But it was too risky to really be all the way in with you because they were focusing on themselves more than anything. So it wasn't manifesting you. It was almost like they were more focused on themselves. I hope that makes sense. They were way more focused on themselves and their goals and things to get their life to a better level. So no, they weren't really manifesting anybody other than what they got going on. Yeah. Yeah, with the Two of Cups in reverse and the Devil, they're very adamant about they don't want no relationship. They didn't want it in 2009. Nah. Nope. All right, Porsche. Porsche is our Soul Tribe member. She has a question. Porsche, are you still here, love? Porsche, you still here, boo? All right, I think she checked out, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. Maybe you'll catch the replay. Porsche wants to know, hey Mika. So your question is, will this time around with your Taurus guy be a little bit better since you guys are currently broken up? You had a lot of arguing before this breakup. All right. So will it be better for Porsche and her person, the Taurus? This time around, since their last breakup, will it be better if they were to get back together? I think that's kind of where you're going with this. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Judgment. We have the Four of Wands. Be careful. This is someone who definitely is not feeling safe enough to open up. I'm getting like someone who wouldn't mind being with you, but where things are going to go horribly wrong is if they put themselves in a relationship with you, they look at you as kind of like an investment or something that's a practical choice. And that would kind of be the reason for wanting to come back around. But they're going to protect themselves from any kind of emotions. I'm not getting any real emotions, nothing deep, nothing serious. More than anything, Porsche, I'm getting someone that's just kind of like conveniently feeling like you would be a safe place to land. Yeah, it's too many challenges, too many issues that they don't like. It almost feels like I can't emotionally get there with Porsche, but I can be with her because it's a secure place to be. So, like, almost a settling energy. That's about it. Nothing serious, nothing romantic or anything like that. So be careful with that person. All right. Smalls TV has another question. Smalls TV, are you still here? Thank you, Monique, for the $2 donation. Remember, if you do have a question, it has to be $9.99 or more. Okay. Smalls TV, you said I skipped your last question. I did not. I answered it. I answered all those questions. The question I'm on now is John. Does John like you more than just a friend when you guys hang out? That's the question I'm on. Okay, you said, yeah, you got me. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to forget my super chats. Trust me, I'm very organized. I know what I'm doing. So, you want to know about John? I got you. So, Spirit, tell me about Smalls TV person John. Does John like Smalls TV more than just a friend when Smalls TV and John hang out? Is it more of a friend? Does he like her more than a friend? Is there any romantic feelings going on there? We have the devil in the reverse, seven of swords in reverse, the four of wands. Underneath the deck, the five of pentacles, the five of wands, the moon in the reverse. Um, I would say possibility. There is a possibility. There's some attraction there for sure. But I think what's kind of putting a stop to him pursuing you is because he knows he has some toxic ways that he's trying to heal or work on in his life. He could have like addictions or a lifestyle that's not really healthy or conducive for a relationship with you. So it's best for him to establish those boundaries. But he definitely feels like, dang, if I was in a better position, if my life was better together, then I could definitely see myself pursuing a relationship with TV. Yeah, he secretly wants to talk to you for sure. He does. If he could, but he's trying to respect you and not go there with you because he knows you deserve better than where he is in his life right now. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know if he has like drinking, drugs, or just a lifestyle that's just not good or a relationship that was he's trying to heal for. I don't know what this devil in reverse is. What is that? It's not even telling me. I guess it's a lot of insecurities surrounding whatever it is. He does? Okay, there it is. It's like I'm psychic or something. There we go. Yeah, he got some stuff going on. And I respect him for that because some men, they're like, screw it. I don't care if I got issues. I'ma still holler at her because she look good. He's actually a decent guy to respect you for that. But yeah, you're right. Your intuition is telling you he might he likes you. He does. He does. He's just not gonna go there with you. It's just not fair. Monique, welcome to the Soul Tribe. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if you see that. I guess I'm looking at something else that they got here. Did I send you a gift membership? How the heck did I do that? Did I send that to you? Okay, well, take it. Shoot. I don't know how I did that, but okay, if you want it. I don't know what I did. I probably accidentally clicked on some. Whatever. All right, y'all. We're going to do like maybe one or two more questions. So if you have a question, go ahead and drop it into the chat, and then I'm gonna close this live, y'all. Do I have anybody else who paid or a member that have not had their questions answered yet? If not, can y'all please like let me know right now so I can go back and check. Thank you, Smalls TV, for the gift. So Monique, is it showing that you're a member? I want to know what the heck did I just do? Oh, it does. So you're a member? Okay. I don't know how that happened. I done look. Knowing me, I done clicked on something. I had to figure out, I had to go back and research and figure out what I clicked on. All right. So your question is, I'll go ahead and answer for you, Monique. Just broke up with your person, just wondering where you stand or you're going to why you're going to make your way back. I can't answer that because that's not a yes or no. You gotta ask a yes or no question. All right, I'm come back to you. Any legal questions I cannot answer. Any medical related questions I cannot answer. If I've already answered a free question for you tonight, I cannot answer your second question. But if you have a second question, guys, make sure that you go ahead and submit your super chat. All right, vibing with Lex. Vibing with Lex. You ready? Vibing with Lex. And then we're gonna close this thing, y'all. I need to get some rest. All right, so you want to know about your estranged wife. Were they hurt about your pending divorce? All right. Spirit, tell me about vibing with Lex. Is the estranged wife hurt about the pending divorce? We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse, the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. Yes. And I'm getting a little guilt as well. And it's almost like they are feeling like they all kind of like you deserve an apology of some sort as well. I think they kind of feel like you at least deserve an apology for how things played out. And I think this person still has feelings for you, but I think it has a lot to do with the guilt just weighing heavy on them, something like that. All right, y'all. Guess what? I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live. Don't forget that I do offer personal readings at my website, Mika Divine, spiritualguidance.com. If you guys have not already done so, be sure you check it out. And I will be sure to catch you guys on my next reading. Take care of yourself. Thank you, everybody. Good night, everyone. Bye.